All right, hockey fans, we're here tonight, NHL 94, with a rematch from the 1994 Stanley Cup Finals. The Vancouver Canucks taking on the New York Rangers. This is, of course, back in the Mark Messier era of the Rangers, and Pavel Bure was a young Russian rocket. Missed the check there. Slapped in there. McLean makes a save, another save. And I'll tell you, when the Canucks bust out those vintage jerseys with in the black, oh man, those are sharp jerseys. Those should probably be their primary jerseys. I do like the blue and green. It's grown on me over the years. I think that'd probably be better as the alternate. I'll tell you the Canucks jersey I did not like. The ones they had like in the early 2000s, during the Bertuzzi, Naslund, Morrison era. Those not good. Not good looking jerseys. Come the Canucks. No friends there, so Richter makes a nice save. Big hit there. Put him down to the ice. That's way offside. Canucks, this era of Canucks hockey was one of the first earlier teams that I got into. How could you not love Pavel Bure? They later get Alexander McGillney as well. But even guys like Cliff Ronning, Trevor Linden, of course, who went on to have a great career. Scores! Murray Craven, assist from Bure and is that Merson? Murray Craven would later play for the St. Louis Blues. And you know, one thing that really got me into hockey as a kid was the European influence. You had all of these wild names that just they don't happen in you know, the English language. Here's a breakaway. It's the Russian Rocket. Oh, Yarke Lume. Just cool names. Teemu Selanne was one. I know as a kid they had this exotic quality, and they had a certain way of rolling off the tongue. Rangers big shot there, save. It goes. Ooh, Bure put into the bench. They're going to pay for that one. You do not do that to the Russian Rocket and get away from it. Gino Ojek, one of those fellas, is going to come hunting you. Big hit there. Now they come out with it. Whoop, 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 whoop. Around the net. Bure! Backhander, didn't have a good angle on it, and Richter makes the save. Okay, let's put out the checking line. See if we can exact a little revenge here. 1-0 Canucks, 5:55 to play here in the first. Big ripper, save, rebound, hit the post! Hit the post. Nice job there, breaking that up, and it causes the Rangers to have to retreat and go offside. Just throw out that Bure line. Bure and McGillney. I'd have to look at the history to see how it came to pass that they let either of those guys get away. I believe Bure was eventually traded. That's when he went to the Panthers. And if you look at the numbers, he was still very much a prolific scorer. Started to have injury problems that mounted on him. By the time he got to the New York Rangers in the early 2000s, he wasn't quite the same player. But with those years with the Panthers, he was still a prolific scorer. I'm talking like a 50-goal shooter, if I'm not mistaken. McGillney, I'd have to look and see. He eventually made his way to the Devils, won a cup there, and the Maple Leafs. I have to look a little bit. Now I'm curious. I want to know how those two, how did this team let both of those players get away? Here they come. We got a penalty shot. 3:25 to go in the first. Penalty shot for Mark Messier versus goaltender Kirk McLean. Can McLean send him away? Yes, he does. Get out of here, Mark. Although I guess, the Canucks management, there's always been a little ineptitude there. You need a recent example. Just look at what they've done to the team over the course of the last 2 seasons. That was a team, a couple of years ago, went to Game 7 of the second round against the Oilers. And for reasons that are almost purely like just this internal dysfunction and mismanagement, they've traded off JT Miller, Bo Horvat, most notably Quinn Hughes, and there's all sorts of speculation that they're not going to trade off the remainder of that core. Pedersen, perhaps. Goal there by Eddie Olczyk. Assist by Alex Kovalev. He was quite a player when he wanted to be. 1-1 here in the first. Let's lock in. Let's concentrate on this game now. Canucks with it. These two great rosters at the time. Whoop, whoop. Ooh, poked away. Nice job there. Come here. Take that. Get the Bure line back out there. Let the Russian Rocket get some touches. Ooh, look out here. They got him. Oh, save, Richter. Another shot save, Mike Richter. Oh, what a hit. There they come again. It's the Russian Rocket. Ooh, he tried to feed him, but Richter made his presence known. Ooh, that's a straight-up cross-check right there. Not called. We're okay with it, though. Another shot there. Come on. Stop with the drift. McLean with it now. He plays it up, but it's intercepted. Look out. Save McLean. Cleaned up his own mess. Whoop, whoop. Oh, yeah, you can't get that in. So I was trying to throw that across the crease for a one-timer, but you can't get that close because the game, for whatever reason, reads it as kind of like a shot when you get in that tight. Let's go to the second period. 1-1 between the Canucks and the Rangers. If you're a hockey fan, you're stopping in, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. I love talking hockey. This is your first video here. As you can see, fan of the Red Wings. It's my hometown team, but just I love the sport, and we'll engage and talk about it. I mean, I wish I got paid to talk about it. I think my life would be a lot more carefree. Here the Canucks with it again. Nice pass out. Whoop, whoop. Ooh, hit the post. Richter says thank you, friend, to his iron pal. Look out, Rangers in. 2-on-0, save McLean. He says, get this out of here, fellas. Cross ice pass in front. Ooh, Linden just could not get away for a shot. Around the net they go. The 94 Classic. Yes, it worked. So in NHL 94, for those of you who don't know, that's Trevor Linden with the goal. Oftentimes you could simply do a wraparound, and you could, as long as a defenseman didn't impede you, you could almost always beat the goalie to the other side. I'll try. That wasn't the cleanest example there. I'll try and get you another one. But my brother and I, we played this as kids. We were like, come on, that's a cheap goal. You could always rely on the 94 special to get you back into a game. It was almost like somebody who just does nothing but sweep in Mortal Kombat. You just pin somebody against the side of the screen and just sweep them. I did that to my brother because I didn't know any of the special moves, and he would get so angry. Shot save. 2-1 Canucks. 6:30 to go here in the second period. That one thrown behind the net. Ooh, look out. Tried to walk out front and stuff it in. I wasn't having it. That one broken up. Ooh. Oh, missed the puck. You got to have the puck to go, kids. McLean says, get this out of here. Come on. Come on, do something. Oh, my goodness, they put it on their own net. And now they turn it over. Canucks got to get this thing out of here. They're our worst enemy right now. Put him on the boards. Come on. Another shot. McLean says, oh, whoa, okay, what a save. Oh, my goodness. I hate freezing the play, though, so we're just going to play on. A craziness, but Kirk McLean says, look what I can do. 2-1. Dumped in by the Rangers. Save there by McLean. Another one. Here come the Canucks again down the wing. Tried to throw it in the middle. Couldn't do it. He got checked, but planted on his feet after he was crumpled against the boards. Oh, God. I got to stop doing that. Step up. Step up. Oh, there we go. What are they calling? A penalty on that? Tripping. Dana Merzin's going to sit. The Canucks will go to the penalty kill. We'll see if the Rangers can get it done here on the power play. The extra man. There's Bure. Bure's going to blaze past one. He's in. I was hoping to do the old goalie interference for a goal move. There it is. Pavel Bure popping shouties. 3-1. So much for a power play. The Rangers just got burned. late here in the second period. Rangers are going to want to get that one back. Keep it in. Canucks still with it. Still with it. Nice shot there. One of the hardest things on this game is honestly making crisp passes in the offensive zone. It seems like the opposition computer is very good at getting, you know, bodies and sticks in those passing lanes. Here's Bure. Bure, little curl. Bure around. Looking for a friend. Why? Oh, I had the line change came up and it prevents you from taking a shot when that happens. Stupid. Top penalty killing unit out there for the Canucks. So far, so good on this penalty kill. 1 goal to the good for Vancouver. It's a good power play or a good penalty kill when that happens. And power play now over, and we got a penalty coming up to the Rangers now. Gonna be a trip, I think. Rough it on Mark Messier. Sit down, Mark. Vancouver now going to try and work this thing to a 3-goal bulge. That's right, I said a 3-goal bulge. Look out, though! Rangers, shorthanded, breakaway, they score! Darren Turcotte. Oh, the teams trade shorthanded goals, and this crowd is a little stunned, quite frankly. Late here in the second period, can the Canucks get it back on the remainder of this power play? Giveaway! Oh, that is not the guy you want to give it away to. But Mike Richter is able to clean it up. So if the Canucks don't score, this power play will extend briefly into the third period. Face-off one there. Shot right on, but a weak shot, and Richter says, I got this one, pal. Blocked at the line. Now, if you're the Canucks, you got to clean this up. You can't watch your lead evaporate while you're on the power play with another shouty. Oh, that was some crisp pass in there. Didn't come away with a goal, though. And second period is going to come to an end here. 3-2 Vancouver as we move to the third period. And let's mosey on to the third. Now, in the last video, I commented about how maybe strange watching a guy commentate an over 30-year-old video game by himself. This started when I was a kid. I would do this when I played by myself, even if like there was nobody in the room to entertain with the commentary. But I'd also do it if I was playing with somebody, where I would just, I don't know how it started. I would call the hockey game, and sometimes I would do it as the play-by-play and as like the color commentator, so I would kind of switch voices. It wasn't really looked at as being weird until my siblings and I got old enough to start having friends over. And at one point, we had our game systems in the living room, and in order to get to any other area of the house, you had to go through the living room. So they would pass through with a friend, and there I would be playing my hockey game, seemingly talking to myself in 2 different voices, very excitedly, and my siblings would just have to say something to the effect of, yeah, he does that. Just pay him no attention. Blast! Save! So that's how it began. Another save by Richter. As the years went on, it was something that some of my cousins and it would become a whole thing where I would commentate to entertain everybody, but also to like, it was a way to needle the other player. We'd play these tournaments and that should have been a slam dunk. Yeah, it became a lot of fun to do that as we played these tournaments, and then we started integrating like interviews in between intermissions, interviewing quote unquote the coaches, and then between games, depending on the result of a game, make up some comical fake headlines heading into the next game. It was all just stuff that we trash talked each other with. Good time. Maybe I can get my cousins on to play sometime. That'd be fun. Well, 3-2 Vancouver. Just over 5.5 to play here in the third. We got ourselves a good one. Both teams with a shouty. That one's going to go right on net. Richter had to make a save. Canucks had a couple of good chances to push this lead back to 2, but weren't able to. Rangers go offside. Let's get the top line out there, clean this one up. We want to salt it away, folks. Now, if you're young, and you may be hoping for overtime, which that's fine. Here's the thing that sucked about overtime in this era. It was 5-on-5, and most of them ended in a tie. The NHL would later go to 4-on-4 overtime, which was better, but still a lot of games ended in a tie. Now, of course, we've got the 3-on-3, which is very exciting. And I'd have to look at the percentages, but quite often results in a winner. And if you don't end in overtime on 3-on-3, you go to a shootout. So no ties anymore in the league. Ties are horrendous. I hated them as a kid. I think the first time I realized that there were ties, it was a game between the Wings and the Capitals. I was at my dad's, and they went to overtime, and it was an exciting game. And then it ends in a tie, and I was just like, wait, what? And my dad's like, oh, yeah, nobody scores in overtime, it's a tie. And that just felt awful. Here's the 94 special, that was it. Trevor Linden makes it 4-2 with 2:34 remaining in the third period. The Canucks have the 2-goal lead. Yeah, so ties, and there should be no ties in sports. It's horrendous. This past season in the NFL, there was a game between Green Bay and Dallas. They tied, and it's just figure out a way for someone to win the game. It's just stupid. Richter makes a save, but I think it may all be for naught. I think the Rangers have probably sealed their fates in this one. They need a pair. Look out, here's a breakaway, though. They got a chance. Save McLean. He's been sharp. Ooh, big hit there to keep the puck in. $1:30 to go. They can get one here, and they do. Oh, they clean up the mess. It's Esa Tikkanen. Make it 4-3. The Rangers aren't done yet with 1:24 to go. They've got some life. Been an exciting tilt, so now everyone here in Vancouver are going to have to hold their breath a little bit. Oh, big hit there. I'm surprised they didn't call a penalty. Bure comes off the board. Bure to the middle of the ice. Save Richter. What a rob job by Mike Richter. Here they come again. Canucks again with it. Oh, he tried to feed Bure cross crease, but it got picked off. That's thrown in, but offside. 30 seconds to go. The Rangers are going to have to pull the goaltender here. They haven't yet, though. They want to get possession of the puck and away from their own zone. They win the faceoff. They've got to move the puck. Here they go. Time to get them to the bench. They slap it in, and they slap it out of play. 17 seconds to go. It's going to be difficult now for them to do much, but the goaltender's pulled. You know the Canucks want that empty net. They starve it forward. They have it now. Look out here. Oh, off his skate. You just screwed me out of an empty net goal. 4-3 Vancouver, just 5 seconds to go. It looks like they've got this one locked up. Oh, yeah. Center ice face-off. Rough. This isn't... Yeah, you're not going to go this way. Flips it down the ice. The Canucks hold on 4-3. There are your stars. Trevor Linden, Pavel Bure, and then the third star from the New York Rangers, Edolchek.